Oh, you gonna read some comments? You gonna read some comments in the process?
You want to? You can do that.
Yeah. Well, damn, I ain't got my stand here. Shit. Oh well.
What you trying to go live? Nah,
I mean, we could. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I got one in my bag. I got one in my bag.
Yeah. Because I'm gonna share it to. Because if you go live, I can share it. I'm more able to share it to some multiple platforms from that. And there will be a day I'm going to come in here and I'm going to have a big ass whiteboard right here. I'm going to have my stick. We're going to go cam. So.
You don't play music through, like, once you ended up, can we sing you like a track or something? What was that? So when you ready to edit, can we see like tracks or something? Play in the background.
Like music?
Yeah.
Oh, you want us to edit it for you?
That's going to be an extra 120 for right now. That's what I said. We're going to record right now. Yeah.
I was just asking.
Yeah, did you? No, I'll talk to him about it. I'll talk to Eric about it later. So at a later date.
Yes, I'm gonna make a list.
Yeah. Testing. Yo. Oh, okay. Here we go. Yo, welcome to Let's Talk About It Shy. This is your boy, the Black Kelly Severai, at our new home at an undisclosed location. Just know we in the studio. We moving on up in the world. But with that being said, we lacking 2 right now. Couldn't make it tonight. But hey, it's me, and we got the jank one. Out West CL in the building.
We going into 2024 with no more jankiness. We're not gonna do that.
We can't do janky no more.
No, we won 5 extra games. We
did win
I
5.
mean, come on, man. Give me my credit. I've been to 2 of them.
You did.
2 out of 4. I'm decent.
Yeah, that Denver was still hurt though.
Oh, you gonna bring up the past, man? I witnessed the biggest heartbreak probably in my Bear going to game experience.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, we're in a dilemma now, but we're gonna talk about that later.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. You know, we're gonna have a lot of time to talk about that tonight, man, because it's just me and you and stuff like that. So, and we ain't got the bros in here, but they'll be in here sometime in the near future. So, with that being said, before we start, YouTube, be sure to click, subscribe, and like our content. We're going to keep you dying laughing with not only a lot of jokes, but the truth as well. So with that being said, hey, man, what's been going on, man? What's been going on this weekend, man?
Oh, mine was pretty mellow, but the Aquarius boys is in Las Vegas.
Yeah, that was G14 classified. You know.
We find out y'all down there doing cocaine and messing with
Let me see. Hang on. I'm starting this off already. Yeah, I'm starting this off already. Fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth. Knock it off.
But
no, we had a great time, man. You know, had our birthdays going, man. We had a great time. We're trying to get, we ate at Bobby Flay's restaurant.
Okay.
Upscale restaurant, real nice.
I was living through the Snapchat.
Hell's Kitchen was another one.
Y'all went to Hell's Kitchen? What's the chef name?
Chef Gordon Ramsay. Yeah.
Okay. Was he in there cursing y'all out?
He was cussing them out.
He was actually there?
Nah, he wasn't there.
I'm about to say
but they all there this week because man, they was talking. I was talking to some people in Vegas, man. They was like, every name that you can think of will be there.
Oh, come on, man. It's Vegas.
Yeah.
Now, if they would have said, like, St. Louis, they're going to be like, we'll come. But,
Wait, Mike.
nah, Vegas is, everybody going down there to gamble and trick off.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, hey, we're gonna jump right into it, man. We had a couple topics off the top of our dome today, man, because the bros went here, and we was like, the show must go on. So, we gonna kick this off with Grammys was this weekend,
Yeah.
and you had the situation where Jay-Z got the Dr. Dre World Influence Award or something like that.
Well deserved.
Where, definitely big ups to Jay-Z, and he tapped in. His speech went kind of Jordan-esque because he kind of went in and he told the truth about a lot of things about the Grammys, man, and stuff like that. So my opinion, my question to you tonight was, how do you feel about his speech, man?
Well, I got mixed feelings about it. Number one, I'm a Jay-Z fan. Been a fan since I got some of the mixtapes back in probably 95, 96. Then he dropped Reasonable Doubt. But even with joints he was doing with Big L, back in those days, hard copy CDs for the children out there that don't know what that is. I still got some of them. But anyway, I think what Jay-Z did, it was necessary. Maybe it was overdue. Maybe it was past due.
Mm-hmm.
But my question is, would he have done it, have Kanye not had did what he did years ago when he jumped on stage with Taylor Swift in defense of saying Beyonce should have won video of the year with Put a Ring on It. That's the name of the song.
Yeah.
And I think she ended up having one of the best albums that year.
Was that the year with the Lemonade album?
If I'm not mistaken, yes.
Okay.
And it wasn't a song you didn't hear on any station. So for her not to win, Kanye to jump up there and do what he did, Jay-Z's married to her, but Jay-Z came with like the cool, calm, collective approach.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it was almost a good guy, bad guy. But I think Kanye took the bullets for a lot of artists, including her, for what he did.
Right.
So that's my take on it. It's tough to talk about because we still want to sit at the tables at these people awards, and every year they show us who run it, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
Oh, I'm a radical, right?
I do.
And you also know that I'm a firm believer in desperate times calls for desperate measures, right? Okay. I'm in full agreement the year when Kanye did it.
Okay.
Because that was a drastic time and a drastic measure where Beyonce, one thing Jay-Z did mention was Beyonce was nominated like 64 times and never won one.
She won many awards, but she never won the big.
Right,
she never won.
She got the nominations. She's got the nominations.
No, she got a lot of Grammys.
Yeah, she's got some Grammys.
I think she's the most Grammy-winning artist.
No, she hasn't won one.
No. She hasn't won the big one.
Right.
Album of the Year is like that's the grand finale one. That's what everybody sit and watch the Grammys for.
There's a difference between when they announce you at the All-Star games doing the national anthem and stuff. There's a big difference between Grammy Award winning and Grammy nominated.
I know that.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is she never got the award. She was nominated.
Right.
On the other hand, Taylor Swift won 4 times.
Mm-hmm.
Adele won 1. That's 5 in the last how many years? And Beyonce never won 1?
It's a conspiracy.
Come on, man.
It's a conspiracy.
Come on, Cash, you talking to him? The
It's a
conspiracy brother Jones
conspiracy.
about to wake up.
Hey man, hey. Sometimes,
Go ahead.
Sometimes the truth is staring you right in the face.
In plain sight.
Clear as day. At night.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, and here's the thing. Like, I'm not the biggest Beyonce fan, and I'll be the first one to tell anybody that. But I actually had to sit down one day and listen to that Lemonade album.
Solid album.
And not only, but the hits that they push when we talk about the music industry and how they set the thing up,
Okay.
it's a damn shame that we got like the Baby and Moneybagg Yo and them. They push those guys that perpetuate the stereotype of, you know, it's still a podcast, even though niggas. Okay,
Oh,
so like they push the whole niggerdom thing down our throat. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Whereas, okay, this is how you supposed to look at a black man, and then
the old woman.
you look at the black woman, they're gonna portray her as like superficial, bougie, and mad, angry black woman. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna push that, and it was parts in the Lemonade album where it touched that, but it was also parts that I was sleep on then that I just recently re-listened to. She took some accountability, man. You know what I'm saying, about her mental thing, childhood traumas and stuff. I had to really listen to it. I had to really sit down and listen to it. I was with my daughter, sat down and listened to it, and I was like, damn, I don't see how this didn't win Album of the Year.
That was a hell of an album.
It really
From
was.
the videos to the songs.
444 is another one. You know what I'm saying? You drop the truth, and it's like you perpetuate the cycle where you say, okay, it's now I got an intelligent black man here, and it's like you don't even push that from album of the year, and it's a lot of people that's Jay-Z fans. You know,
And I think what happens is a lot of people look at it as just being, well, we're just looking at it from a hip hop standpoint or a R&B standpoint. But okay, what do they look at it as?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I want to say hip hop is probably one of the biggest grossing genres in music. It got to be in the top 5, at least. Don't quote me on that, but I'm assuming it's in the top 5, easy.
You know, it's got to be because when you go to the sports arenas,
What you hear?
intermission at concerts and stuff, they play a lot of hip hop stuff now. Comedy shows, the boxers and boxers
They
and
coming out
wrestlers
to it.
intros is
Shout out
in
to
hip-hop.
Tupac for being the first one to do that.
Yeah.
With Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
And then, let's not forget, Killer Mike won 3 Grammy Awards. 3. None of them was televised. Conspiracy Brother Jones, you have anything to say about that?
It is a conspiracy.
Oh, okay.
Killer Mike is he gives off like that. Here's the thing about Killer Mike. He rap about the street shit that's gonna sell, but when you listen to this man speak, he has such a keen knowledge about things within politics,
Very
community,
hard with politics.
philanthropy, you know, education, tax reform,
Uplifting the community,
and you know, entrepreneurship.
entrepreneurship.
You know,
I agree.
And it's like they kind of mute him to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is, okay, if you have somebody like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of somebody along the same level.
Drake?
Nah, I'm trying to think of.
Because Drake was in that category.
I'm trying to think of the white version. It probably would get more traction. It's like
Ed Swerman? I think his name Ed Swerner.
Ed Woman. You know what I'm saying? If he
Okay.
came out and said the same thing, then it's like, okay, this is what, when you think of America, this is like the idea of what we want you to think about it like.
Okay.
You know, they do it in religion. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who this white motherfucker is hanging on my grandma's wall that's supposed to be Jesus, but it ain't Jesus.
Based on what you just said,
I said it.
I'm gonna just go back to hip hop. Killer Mike, you on the best day of your life, or one of your best day of your life, you won 3 Grammy. You got a suite.
Mm-hmm.
Right after that, you getting locked up. Why is that? Conspiracy Brother Jones?
Look at Killer Mike's road to success to getting to that point. I think he didn't really start rapping and getting up there until like he was like what 43, 44, something like that.
No, Mike been nice. Killer Mike been.
No, I'm saying
putting
when he
out-
get that traction nationally, though.
Yeah. I think he got it with Run the Jewels.
Right.
As far as a solo artist.
Right.
You know, he had been putting out mixtapes. You know, he been doing features. I mean, he was on Whole World with Big Boy. Then he was on Jay-Z album
Yep.
with Change Clothes. Popping Tags. I mean, Killer Mike been doing this thing. He been representing the South. The thing is, I think it was other artists who had better album, and two of them wasn't even in the nomination. Two of them are from Chicago. Me personally, I think the two best albums that not best, but two of the best albums I listened to thus far, because there's many albums I listened to that are very good.
Okay.
Rufus Sims, House Arrest, that's one.
Okay.
Fly Skin Pirate, Confidence, that's two of the best albums to come out of Chicago. I wish they would have been nominated, because I honestly say, and I'm saying this to the world, I think those two albums were better than Killer Mike's. But Killer Mike got a bigger name.
Right.
Killer Mike was in the nomination. Killer Mike album was the shit. You did your thing, big fella.
He did.
But I think they did you in the way you won the awards, not being televised. Then they try to lock you up. For what reason? I still don't know. So salute to you, Killer Mike. You just changed the narrative. To all you MCs out there, pay attention. Game about to change. Hope
Yeah.
you're ready. Get your pen and pad ready. Cause it's getting back to what we used to. Hard work with them pens if you're an artist. The promoters, the DJs. It's gonna be time for everybody to step their game back up. Y'all say y'all want to come back around. In the words of Lupe Fiasco, it's coming back around, man. Back to the lyrics.
Yep. Big
Killer
ups to
Mike
Lupe.
probably just opened them doors up. And shout out to Griselda. You know, them guys been doing their thing on the underground for a while. But to me, they very successful underground artists right now. Similar to how we see Jay-Z and Nas back in their day. And now to see where they come from to where they at now. Very, 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 very successful underground artists.
Let me ask you this: do you think a large part of that goes back to when you're starting out in the music game, whether it's hip hop, R&B, rock and roll, that
They screw you.
so many of these guys nowadays try to go independent, and that plays a part in blocking when it comes to awards and stuff like that, because the middleman ain't making no money off of them.
Well, the machine definitely not liking it. You know that. But you got a lot of artists that feel like they can only do it by themselves. I'm sorry, guys. You need help. You need help. Right, as independently you doing it, you're going to need a team. Or you with a label, you're going to need a big machine to get behind you to push your project. Because if you with a label, they put money behind you. If you're doing it yourself, you're getting your own money. You're figuring it out. You know? And a lot of these artists don't know how to transfer their fans that's on social media, that follow them, that follow their music, that's on all streaming platform to these shows. Because the shows are where you get your money at.
Yeah.
So if you're not transferring that from online to real life, because mind you, we pretty much out of pandemic. It's time to get these people back outside. Give them a reason to. Keep dropping that good music. Keep being creative. And to the fans, support them. Support them the best way you can. You know, we all going through the struggle. But the artists can't make it without the fans. And the stuff that's being promoted and the things and the music that's that's being out here, and you wonder why it's skyrocketing, because that's what certain people, a crowd of people, choose to support.
Yeah, it's funny that you say that. So may I add a two-part question?
Okay.
Could it be said that like the fans of Taylor Swift and so on
Okay.
know how to transfer their fans from social media to the venues, you know, to the concerts and stuff better than we do? That's one part question. And do you think that a lot of people locally, since we don't get behind each other, holds us back? I ask this because we got so many celebrities from Chicago. Corey Holcomb had to move to LA to hit.
Pretty much all the comedians.
All the comedians had to
Pretty much all of
leave.
them.
They all had to leave Chicago to go to LA to hit it big. Kanye started off here, but he's in LA mainly now. You know what I'm saying? It's like anybody who makes it from here, it's like they gotta leave here to blow up even more.
I'm gonna tell you why they leave. I'm gonna answer your Taylor Swift question. If I'm not mistaken, she's signed to a major label, so she getting that major push. So if I'm not mistaken, I think she's a part of Live Nation. So if Live Nation is promoting your concert, ask Jay-Z, because he signed a 10-year deal, and I think he did it twice
With Live Nation.
with Live Nation.
Did Kanye do too?
He was also with Live Nation till the big blow up when he ran off the stage.
Right.
But at the same time, when you got that machine behind you, that push is a little different. The revenue's coming in a little different.
Yeah.
You going on tour because Live Nation is pushing you. It's different.
Yeah.
When you independent, it's all groundwork from the bottom up. So for a major to see someone that's independent, that's pushing it and making it, they like, well, I ain't getting no money of it. How can we block it? Because that happens. It happens all the time.
Absolutely.
So when you got artists, say from Chicago, comedians, actors, actresses, the main problem is this is a consumer market. Shout out to my man Curfew, because he been broke this down to me a couple years ago, and I ain't want to believe it. I'm like, all we got to do is get out and support. It's tough. They support the others, meaning people that's coming from outside the city, give them their money, but you got all these local artists, all these local comedians, all these local actresses who's doing plays right in your backyard.
Polo G.
You may or may not go. So this is what create a movement like the drill. Guys like our age weren't paying attention to them. You know what we did? What is this? Flinging their CDs, whatever the case may
Yep.
be. You know what that started or created?
Mixtapes.
A FU mentality.
Yeah.
Y'all don't listen to it, we gonna make our own trial. No different than when we came in when we was younger.
Yeah.
And the guys before us, they came with hip hop when you had disco, rock and jazz going on. Right or wrong?
Right.
So when you get the drill music movement going, and then you get hit with pandemic 10 to 12 years later, and you wonder why everything is the way it is, I'm not blaming these kids that started their own genre. They only talked about what was going on in their life, you know.
Right.
So then you got a lot of things that started with the politics, things that's going on with the Crook County system.
I was just about to touch
come
on that too.
That plays a big part in this. Because if the kids ain't got nowhere to go, they ain't got anything to do. Everything is held in their hands, which is iPads, iPads. You have your phones. You got YouTube, which, mind you, YouTube wasn't even as big 12, 13 years ago.
It wasn't.
Certain artists started blowing it up, and then you had a certain individual that became a part of that, the music division of YouTube. Before you know it started skyrocketing.
Yeah.
I come to find out it's artists from the drill scene, they ain't got signed in maybe 10 years to a major label because they scared them off.
Yeah.
Because what came behind it. So again, I'm not blaming these kids, these young men and women that's a part of that culture, because just like the gangster rap in our era, all they did is talk about what was going on, but we got bamboozled with that. We ain't gonna talk about the meeting, you know.
I got a conspiracy theory just
Go
now.
ahead.
What if I told you hip hop is the reincarnation of the civil rights movement?
That's big. That's big. That's big. That's big, Val. That's big. That's big. But guess what?
Because you got because
But hold on. Guess who don't run it? People that look like us.
You're absolutely right.
But let's go back. Let's go back to the 80s, early 80s.
Let's go 70s.
Let's go back to the 70s when hip hop was done in a park in New York.
Yeah.
They ain't want to have it played on them radio stations. They had to work their tail off to get in there to get this music played, even though they really didn't want to.
Right.
They was about we just having a jam. That jam turned into money. They saw money. They took over. They used gangster rap against us. They dropped crack on us to help promote the crack with the use hip hop to promote the crack to help birth what we end up seeing 20, 30 years later as drill music.
Yep.
And we're gonna sit here and blame hip hop.
And
How?
let me say this. That's not the part, and that's not the part that kind of kills me about it. You have back in the 60s and 70s, you still had the same shit that goes on today. You had sex. You had gun violence. You had war. You had kids killing kids, etc.
Now
Okay.
the kids killing
But
kids.
it wasn't as bad.
No, it wasn't there like it.
It
is
wasn't
now.
as bad back then as it was today, but it still exists. You promoted black cinema, okay?
Exploitation
back
movies.
then, and if you line up the end of the civil rights movement to the birth of hip hop, they kind of go along. So now you got all these young men with this passion to, I need to be heard on the hypocrisies in which we live in. You found it through music instead of protesting, you know? And so it goes on. And even if you look at it, if we're going to compare this, that, and the other, you ever wonder why we have a Martin Luther King Day and not a Malcolm X Day?
Fred Hampton Day.
Fred Hampton Day? You ever wondered that?
No, I never wondered.
Because
I know why.
the upper echelons of politicians decides which one they want to accept. Much like in hip hop, they decide which ones they want to accept, which music they
I
want
think
to
I
accept.
know where you're going with this.
So I always
Kanye,
say,
Jay-Z.
no, I'm
Just
going.
recently what just
no,
happened.
no, I'm going even before that. I'm going even before that.
Even before that, okay.
I'm going even before that. Cause you know we hip hop heads, right?
We
you know,
are.
You know we '80s babies. You know we know what crack babies look like and shit like that. So it's like MTV came out. They had to segregate us even then. Okay, MTV, there's MTV Rap. You know what I'm saying?
Rap, yeah.
And then when MTV Rap came, their numbers was rivaling regular MTV.
And they start passing them up.
And then one of the GOATs, this is why this motherfucker's always gonna be in my GOAT category. KRS-One came out there and was talking that real shit. And they muted his ass.
And he never cared.
And he never cared, but he spoke so much truth, they damn near banned him from his shit ever being played. And he is still a fucking legend. And you fast forward, now you had the happy rap saying, okay, everything is cool, such and such and such. Now you got NWA.
Ice-T's of the world.
And they came out with fuck the police because they don't give a fuck about us.
But you know it was a
And
meeting
they started
about that,
arresting them when they sung the song at concerts.
right? But you know it was a meeting about that, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're going to start playing more of this and less of this.
Mhm.
So those guys may think that they started this gangster rap. They allowed it.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of people don't understand. They allowed it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's deeper than rap. I used to always hear that, but now I understand why they used to say it's deeper than rap.
Right.
Because, like you say, the higher ups, they got a different ball game going on. And we just now starting to catch up. You know why? Because what we have in our hand every day made the world that was this big, this small,
Yep.
that fast.
Because everybody has the same access to the same information.
There you go.
All right, so hey, look. Speaking of that, I like the way you kind of help with this transition, man. We're gonna transition to the next topic we was talking about earlier, man.
Okay.
Women over 40 and these heifers looking for attention. I mean,
You mean looking good, man.
hey,
Looking good.
ladies.
Looking good,
Hold on,
ladies.
I'm going where my camera at. Ladies, you are all beautiful the way you are if the inside is right. I'm gonna be the first one to say every black man loves the genuine, natural, fully feminine woman. Okay? With that being said, you ain't gotta take 84 pictures on your cell phone just to post two. You know what I'm saying?
Why
you
the
ain't,
news going
you
on?
ain't gotta go see Dr. Miami to get the BBLs and shit like that, you know?
Where they call mommy.
You ain't gotta
because we
walk
got
around
kids.
with the mean face. So I mean, and it's almost sickening because I see women in their 40s coming back round, and it's like you can't tell the difference between the ones in their 40s and the ones in their 20s now.
You know what's funny about that? And no diss to no women that got BBLs, you got breast implants, breast lift. I mean, if that's what you feel you want to do, that's your body. You know, who am I to judge? But the problem is when women like that get those things done to their body, some change with their attitude.
It's called attention.
Attention is one, because you're doing it to get the attention, but your attitude changes because how you treat people. can't treat people like that just because you had a makeover or you was going through some bad times when you didn't have this makeover. You was just a regular whoever you were. Now you got this. You want to walk past, look crazy at people. You want to treat people like trash. That ain't cool.
Not acknowledge
That's
chivalry.
what you mean going back to
You don't
saying
they don't even
your
acknowledge
inside.
chivalry. They don't even acknowledge authentic, genuine chivalry.
No.
You open up the door for a woman, and they just walk right past you.
I
Old
can do it myself.
When I can do it myself, or you used to get a thank you, and sometimes the way they comprehend it is, oh, he opened the door for me. He must kind of like me. He kind of want me and stuff. I'm like, no, baby, that's not the case. I'm just being a gentleman, being polite.
But at the same time, you had the women that didn't get those body parts done. They just naturally got it, and they accept who they are. Rather they still in good shape, or they're a little out of shape maybe because they had kids, and they still got good confidence, and they still treat people good. Now the ones that graduated in '92 trying to compete with a girl that graduated in 2012. I mean, if you're looking good and still got it, baby, I take my hat off to you. But stop trying to keep up with her because you want her to get to where you at.
Time is on her side.
Time is on her side. We here for a reason. I'm Unc. I accept it. I'm 42 and I'm Unc, and I don't mind it because I got nieces and nephews, brothers and sisters looking up to me. And I'm looking up to someone else. Who's my uncle? Who's my father? Who's my big brother? Even in the neighborhoods. Them the guys I look up to because the goal is to get old. That's the first thing they always tell. I don't want to be 60 trying to act like I'm 20. And then you got a lot of these young ladies and men, they 20, want to be 40. Man, live life one day at a time. You can't skip a day.
You know what the problem is? Us as men, when you compare the two mentalities, us as men see other young men, and we'll see ourselves in other young men. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, buddy, that's just like I went through it. And we try to coach and advise the young men and guide them. You know what I'm saying? We know a few, from the cigar lounge and so on that
Exactly.
we pass knowledge down on and so on. And they give us a little bit, just to modernize us too. That makes us better men, which goes back to attention and retention. That's a whole nother show though. But for women, for some odd reason, it's like older women see themselves as younger women. And it's like, it kind of goes into that denial thing where I'm like, I just had a birthday. I just turned 44. I'm like, you see,
happy birthday,
thank
man.
you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got the gray peach fuzz coming in now, so it is what it is. But I've accepted. Hey, my body ain't what it used to be. I'm getting older. I have to watch what I eat now.
That's for health reasons.
I have to exercise more. I have to cut back on this, that, and the other. And so it makes for me being a better me. And I'm not trying to compete with another man. I'm just trying to live longer.
I don't think people see that. Not only that, you got some of these women and men that try to get the quick way out of getting their body worked on, and they dying on these tables, man.
Yeah.
They catching infections.
Mm-hmm.
The doctor's not telling you that. They only see money.
Yeah.
A lot of these men and women not even doing their research on that. It's nothing wrong with just going to the gym or doing some workout at the crib. If you feel like you don't want to do that, walk more. Whatever you think is best. If you do it naturally, eat better. Watch what you eat. Because I'm a victim of it too. I definitely am. That's what made me slow down on certain things. When you trying to change it to a better man or a woman, the best thing to do is do it the natural way. Because if you cheat yourself, you can hurt yourself. I'm going to leave it at that.
I got you. And you know what? Now that you said that, I got a top 5 now.
You didn't want to create it earlier, so now you got a top 5.
I got a top 5 now.
Okay.
Top 5 blessings and things of knowledge everybody should start considering to live by.
Okay.
All right. Number 1, health is wealth.
Health is definitely well.
Okay. Health is not about a Birkin bag. Health is not about the Jordans or the UGG boots or nothing like that.
What was the name of the owner that died, that owned iPhone?
Steve Jobs.
How old was he?
I don't know, but he was kind of young.
He had no app to fix their heart.
And I had this epiphany where I say that. It is a blessing. Think about this for a second. It is a blessing when you can live long enough to see your kid retire.
That's a super blessing.
That's a blessing. That's a blessing. You know what I'm saying? You can see your grandkids, become grandparents.
Not only that, think about the mother that lost kids before them and what they going through.
Exactly.
Whether it was health or some type of gun violence.
Exactly.
So go ahead with your
Number two.
Number two, because I actually wasn't expecting you to do one tonight.
Yeah.
You ain't bring the whiteboard, man. The whiteboard been missing. I just thought I'd let you know that.
You know the whiteboard is a trigger fest. So we need like a house full of ladies for that one, man, because it gets tight.
Yeah, you can have them a little tight. Yeah, you got a high record right now. You probably about 85% with the whiteboard.
I'm pushing like 97, 98.
Nah.
I had one where they came close.
Nah, they got you.
They ain't get me.
Okay, I'm gonna let you have it, but they got you.
They thought being loud was gonna win. That's all they did.
Nah, they kind of got you.
You talking about the one with the body count, right?
That one, and it was another one.
That's because they had bodies under them, so they trying to justify it. They don't count.
Okay.
They spoke on something with no logic.
Nah, some of them did. I think about 80% of the crowd.
They were saying it don't matter. Okay,
It mattered.
All right.
I'm gonna let you go to your number two because I don't want them getting on the live talking crazy.
All right, number two. And this is kind of big. Seeking knowledge and retaining knowledge is worth more than anything material you can request for.
That's your number two?
That's my number two.
Okay. Because the knowledge goes longer than material.
You know better, you do better. Okay? Number three. Discipline. No, I take that back. Humility will always have you closer to God and many healthy relationships.
Break that one down.
Okay. That's let's take an example. A man cheats on his girl and a woman cheats on her guy.
Okay.
If you ask, depending on who you ask, it's going to be two different things. But the common denominator is it's always our fault. So if the man cheat, he just greedy. He don't know how to stay faithful. Ain't no man faithful. But if the woman cheats, he must have ain't been doing nothing to keep her happy
Or
and stuff like that.
he calls her to cheat.
Or he calls
He's
her
the
to cheat.
reason, so it was a payback.
You know what I'm saying? And so
I'm sorry. Go back to your first point. Attention. Not
no,
your
no,
first point,
no,
but
no,
what
no,
you
no.
talked about earlier in the show. Attention.
That's the lack of accountability.
Lack of attention.
That too. But the thing is, no matter how you cut it, it's always going to be the man's fault. Like, because think about it, when the woman explains, why she stepped out, it's like, I did this for him. She's looking like a saint and an angel. But if you go talk to that man, like, yeah, she did all those things, but she bombarded me and nagged me soon as I came home from work. I never could get a home cooked meal. She rationed out sex. And she just was real reckless and disrespectful at the mouth. So, yeah, I kind of went out there and found somebody else and cheated.
That push
any
man away.
But, you know what I'm saying?
Push any man away.
And that'll push any man away. But we don't get that same grace. So, when I say humility, you're humble enough to realize that you're just millimeters away from being on the other side of that table. You know what I'm saying? Just like you've been cheated on, you can cheat on somebody. It's just millimeters away because what you're missing, that's the distance. And when you're humble enough to realize that you're no different than the next person, you can give a little bit more mercy. and grace and be empathetic of what somebody actually goes through without judgment.
I think most people worry about what others say. This is why most people who is in a relationship that you may know, but you may not know who they mess with.
Right.
They keep their personal business private. To me, you last longer that way. Keeping people out your business. You don't need to be going to this person, unless this person putting their hands on you. You go to the local authorities. Or if you got big brothers and uncles and your daddy, it's a woman, hey, you got to defend yourself first, number one. But if you in a situation like that, the local authorities need to be involved. But other than that, keep people out your business. Because whatever y'all going through, y'all want to work out, you don't need this person in your ear, and he don't need his boys in his ear talking about what he should be doing, and your girl's going to be telling you what you should be doing, because most of them single.
Like an empathy, like
Exactly. A lot of my homies married.
All right.
Whatever they got going on, that's their business.
Ready to hit number 4?
Let's get
These last
to
two
it.
gonna be big. Fully understand and comprehend the words accountability and submissiveness. Some people hear these words and they're like automatic triggers. What if we had it misconstrued the whole time?
Well, give us a good reason why it's not being accepted, and why it is being trigger words for a man and a woman.
Okay, so
Because both words can trigger off
for
male or female.
So for a man, if you say something like that where I have to admit a flaw within me, men understand strength. So it's like a chink in our armor, mentally and emotionally. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's hard for us to grasp it. We know it's there, but we'll admit to it because we know exactly where it is.
Right.
We can explain it. For women, think about it. A lot of women sweep their mistakes under the rug, and it's like, well, why you got to bring up the past? Why you got to bring this up?
They ready to move on from
They
it.
it's like, I did it, forget about it. You know, so it's like they walk around with the Men in Black pen. You know, they
Blink it out of our brain
hold on,
real quick.
They do it. They be like,
Why y'all do that, women? Ladies, talk to
but
us.
that's an example, though. You know what I'm saying? And those are not triggers. It's just you're. It goes back to humility. With the number 3, you're human. You're gonna make mistakes. Nobody's perfect. You know what I'm saying? Which is gonna lead me to number 5. I hope you listening. I hope the crowd is listening. You know, I hope my audio visual tech is Damo is listening. Love is about service, not what you can get.
Woo! Okay. Let's talk about the conversation at the Cigar Lounge on Monday.
Absolutely.
So, on Monday, we had
And I wasn't there.
you was there.
Oh,
You came
no.
back in town.
No, I came to Ultimate.
That's what I'm
Oh
talking about.
yeah, we did. I did.
So, we had 5 different men in the Cigar Lounge, all been divorced. Each last one of them lost over $50,000 divorcing their ex-wives. Why is that, LeVar?
Because tradition.
And you was one of them.
Yeah, I lost 74,000, but that's a whole other story.
Don't forget, one guy said he lost $5 million, and then the second wife he lost another $5 million. One guy said he lost $750,000. Is that love or a business decision?
The construct of love, even in biblical terms, was set up to be a business arrangement. It wasn't built on love. So,
So what's love?
and the traditional.
What's love? Let me ask you that. What's love?
You didn't want to ask me that.
What's love?
A misunderstanding between two fools.
So is it better to get married because it look cool, or you get married for love and you go through your trials and tribulations? Why
You're
the
talking to a
fifth?
divorced man right now.
Well, let's touch on what the other guys talked about. And one of them was very, very upset.
Yeah.
He was very upset.
Hey, when you lose that much money, you wouldn't be upset too?
I mean, man, I'm not in his shoes, but as a guy that's still out in the field, in a sense, what trips me out is when I hit things like that, it makes me become a little guarded because I don't know if you with me for me or you with me for what you think I could be,
And you don't want to be that man.
and I don't want to be that man.
So
Not only that, my father was never married,
Right.
multiple kids. I seen what he went through, good and bad.
Mhm.
I seen uncles go through that. I also see auntie go through it.
Mhm.
I seen, friends who got sisters, mothers, brothers, uncles, aunties. I seen them go through it.
right.
So the best teaching is what I'm seeing.
Okay.
It's
So
the good and the bad. I wear them out. Whatever I think fits my lifestyle, I add to it.
so check this out.
Not saying I would never get married.
Right.
What I'm saying is by seeing what you and them other men at the cigar lounge were talking about,
Right.
maybe like, whoa, if I ever want to go that route, it's gonna be a long list. Cause I know I can be a pain in the ass.
So
Can you deal with my pain in the ass like I can deal with yours?
So and that's why I say it's more about service than what you can receive. And let me break it down and also be transparent on the podcast here. My marriage didn't work out. Okay, I own that.
For whatever reason,
played,
ain't my business.
I'm pretty sure I played a part. I can be stubborn as fuck. I'll be the first one to admit that. You know what I'm saying? However, it wasn't all bad. Okay?
Okay.
So, and there were moments where we did have good times. But there were other deep-rooted issues that were never touched on before we said the I do's.
So let me ask you this. Do you think you got to know her before y'all got married? Do you think you really knew who she was before y'all got married?
I'm going to say this.
Because I think some people like this Hollywood marriage, they get married right away. Or he got the bag, or man, she got this going on.
And it's a rush. It's a
rush.
Most ladies have a timetable when how long you're supposed to be together from.
I never
when you
understood
link
that
up,
timetable thing.
They get a time. They have a timetable though. Okay, I will say this to answer the question that you just asked me. I put more effort into getting to know her.
Anyone
She did not attempt to get to know me.
So why get married?
You want me to be honest with you? When she told me when shit was going down the drain, she was like, in an argument, and I forgot what it was about because it was years ago. She was like, "Man, I didn't get married for this. I got married for help." And I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna be truthful. That shit cut me deep because it was nothing genuine about it. It was all about self-preservation. And I'm like, everything.
She really told you that to your face?
Yeah, she tried to come back and clean it up, but at that point, I'm saying I tell people, learn how to think before you speak. Okay?
What type of help?
You know what? You have to ask her that. But you know what? Some people like to live a certain lifestyle. We have a very close friend that we work with when we do our live shows that says a man has to make $100,000. So
Shatima.
I ain't say the name, but anyway.
Shatima. Shout out to Shatima.
She has a certain lifestyle. It's like there are certain things of material or certain places she just wants to continue to go that are not necessarily necessities but luxuries. So us as men, this is why we have a logical mindset when we get married, because you don't necessarily have to work. We can budget to make sure we live comfortably where we have all our necessities.
So it's more of the women are to more what they want, and we're more into what we need.
Exactly.
Not saying women don't do that,
Right.
because if she's a real woman, which us men, know who to play with when it comes to a real woman, compared to who they can play over.
It's true.
See what I'm
Sometimes,
saying?
let's be honest, sometimes,
And sometimes we need that.
and this apply to
We need
granddaddy.
that sternness. Like, you know
Sometimes
what?
they play
She
over.
on her. I know if something happened to me, if I got kids with this person or not, I know I'm in good shape. And if I have kids, she gonna be that rock that's gonna be able to carry, and vice versa.
And you know what?
I'm saying?
And I gotta say,
And shout out to my old man,
please
Thomas
don't,
Crockett, man.
Please don't put a violation stamp on my man code. But it's like some men be like, I love my wife, that's my world, that's my rock, such and such and such. But damn it, I gotta fuck these hoes. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
And so,
you got,
but they got the places, and you got some
but
women that's like, you know what?
let's be real.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta take what come with it.
You gotta take what come with
Because
it.
if you thinking with this instead of this, you gotta take what come with it.
But that's the thing. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying when we go back to Big Mama and them, she knew Granddaddy down the street fucking with Phyllis and them. You know what I'm saying?
Phyllis. The
You know what I'm
school
saying?
name.
Anita, you know, Hazel and shit like that. She knew that.
Shout out to
But guess
Auntie
what?
AG.
Every time Granddaddy came home, whether he came from work or he came from fucking, she had that plate ready for him. Whenever he wanted to lay down with her, she gave it up to him. And
But granted, and them also took care of that household.
and
too.
they took care of that household.
That's what a lot of the
Yeah.
women look for. But it's hard for you to take care of a woman who figure, I really just take care of myself, which I ain't gonna get into that. That's a whole nother conversation. I don't need a man for nobody.
Right.
Because let's be honest, a lot of this stuff being replaced with machinery. Right, it's for men or
Vibrators,
women.
Rabbits.
It's the truth. So it's like you got taken out the house. We got taken out the household back in our parents and some with our grandparents' day. Now you fast forward, you drop crack on us. Then you fast forward, sex is just freelancing.
What
And
the-
then a lot of black men and Latino men went to jail. Then fast forward, you wonder why these damn kids are out here wilding out.
Right. You know what
So
the
because the mama had to do a lot, mother and grandmother had to do a lot of the raising.
you know
You know
what
what I'm saying?
the
Not saying there wasn't a lot of good fathers out here. Rather, they couldn't give you a present, but they was present.
Right.
I think a lot of people get those two words.
you know what the
mixed up.
age old adage is when it comes to tearing down a man?
What's that?
Take his woman.
Man to kill over a woman.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying all men, but the right button press is trying to take a man woman or take his woman,
Yeah.
and not only just take her, you having sex with her.
Right. And you know what? I like having these mature conversations with women because it's just an exercise in cerebral stimulation for me. And I'm like, I always go back to chest. Okay. The king is the most important piece. You ever played chess before?
Yeah.
King is the most
Yes,
important
but-
piece. The queen is the most dynamic. Okay? And please, ladies, I gotta talk to my girl Damo. Please don't be mad when I say this. A queen can be taken off the board at any given time if she's not careful. If she's just freelancing, she can be taken off the board at any time. But guess what? The game go on. In the game of chess, when does the game end?
When a king is captured.
So when we talk about the system, and you're sprinkling the crack down, and you give them alcohol, and you give them heroin,
Use hip hop
and
to promote it.
and
to
using
promote
hip hop,
everything.
and you're making the unemployment rate so low with hiring practices in terms of criteria and access to funds for education for black men.
And women.
You're taking the king off the board of a household. Technically, the game has been over for a long time. The minute these women started accepting public aid, Section 8, food stamps.
A lot of them start getting very high positions.
Right.
It wasn't by default.
And guess what?
That's what they want.
And guess what? Guess what? And this is why I say this is very important because we're talking about chess, really, it's life. The minute you start taking in that, guess what some of the stipulations is? That man can't be living with you. Can't no man be living with you.
And we talk about this all the
And
time.
we talk
on
about
the
this
show.
all the time. So
Talk about
this
it.
is why I always tell people about being more conscious-minded when it comes to things like this, man. Because you'll be like, I can't have nobody playing in my face. The government do it every fucking day. Ain't no man gonna run me. I ain't gonna listen to nobody. Okay, you got a job, right? Yeah. You listen to your boss. Why can't you listen to your man? And here's my last thing before we transition to sports, because we got to get that before we get out
Definitely
of here.
get sports in.
I'm gonna drop some logic for some ladies right now. I gotta get to my own screen real quick because this is knowledgeable. You have this high-paying job, and you can do for yourself, and I'm proud of you, sis. But you do answer to somebody, and much like these jobs do, they hang on to you for about 20, 25, 30, 35 years. Then they give you your papers, a gold watch,
A pen.
and they ain't got shit and it don't shit else to do with you.
And your pension probably don't
And
look like nothing.
sometimes you'll choose a career over a man that could possibly love you for 50, 60 years and take care of you when you ain't got to come out of pocket for a dime. And all it requires is follow some instruction, following the same instruction that man gives you, that in the same context the way your boss gives you instruction. That's all I have to say about it.
Ooh, is that white boy material?
That's white boy material.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
But
Oozing out.
I got a rebuttal to that because I got to give shout out to all the strong women, not just black women, women in the world, because I know we can be a handful. I know we can be a handful. The stuff they got to deal with, not just with us, but with life. But we also got to come out here and go into this world, us men, and we got to come on to them. They got to listen to it. Even we, and vice versa, we got to listen to what they're talking about. It's just they talk about it too goddamn much. Sometimes you want to keep a man, stop nagging so much.
Well, you know what?
I guarantee you,
Most women like to talk.
know
They like to talk about the problem, what happened.
more than the solution.
Men are more fixers. You have
Right.
a problem, we give you a solution.
Exactly.
And it frustrates us because we don't like to hear about this shit. We like to think about it. We got a car working perfectly fine. You say, hey, the brakes went out. You take it to the shop, fix the brakes. All right, keep going. Don't worry about it no more. Brakes take care. We don't want to sit. We don't want to know what happened. All we know is brakes ain't working. They squeaking.
Let's go find the best deal to get the brakes
Let's
done.
go get these brakes done.
Or if you know how to
That's it.
fix cars, you fix it yourself.
Fix us exactly. All right. So hey, we're gonna transition this because we got to go ahead and get out. We got the goofy mod, then we got to get out of here. But we're gonna talk about these sports, man. And it seemed like
Super Bowl Sunday.
Super Bowl Sunday, man. You know, I'm glad. I'm kind of upset that Eric and Ooch and Lack is not here.
Let's go, boy. Let's
go. You know what I'm saying? But what are your thoughts about the Super Bowl coming up? Give me a winner who you think might be MVP, and what we might be saying the Monday after the Super Bowl.
You know, I always do my day after, right?
Only for
the
Bears games.
No, I actually did it for the playoffs. I did it for the playoffs, y'all. Believe me.
I missed it.
You definitely missed it. You was chasing trees up a cat. I mean, cat up a tree. You know what I'm trying to say.
No, I had trees. I had cat swinging from my tree.
What happened in Vegas stays in Vegas. I was at a family barbecue the whole weekend.
Oh, I was at church in Vegas for real.
All right, chapel.
Yeah. They had a holy water pool going on. I was
Knock
in
it
there.
off. First of all, what I will say is, how is it that Justin Fields is getting just about the same amount of press as Patrick Mahomes and Brock Purdy? That's number one, but that's neither here
We're
nor
gonna
there.
come across that.
I just noticed that, this past week. And man, he didn't make the playoffs, and he went 7-10. But we understand the Bears got the number one pick, so people going to talk about it. Is he going to stay? If he going to go?
Be smart.
If he wasn't on his way up, I don't think he would have been talked about. But I'm gonna move on. My prediction for this weekend, which is Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday, I'm going with the Kansas City Chiefs for one reason: Patrick Mahomes. This dude just went through the gauntlet to get to the Super Bowl. Purdy never been on them lights. He never been on them bright lights like we on it now. He never been under these bright lights. We gonna see what he made of come Sunday.
That's
And he
it.
got all the tools
That's
over
it.
there. And yeah, shout out to Justin Fields. Hopefully the Bears bring you back.
So you got Chiefs winning,
Got the Chiefs winning.
Patrick Mahomes MVP,
Patrick Mahomes MVP.
and Monday morning we talking about
The day after Kansas City win.
like him being on par with Brady.
Him on his way to being
Brady is
one of the greatest.
okay.
And man, it's only his 5th or 6th year.
All right.
So to make it to the Super Bowl in 5 years, you made it 3 times.
Yeah.
I mean, you made it 5 years, and you won 2, and you probably going to win 3. Come on, man.
All right.
That conversation's going to really pick up.
So I'm gonna transition. I'm gonna say it like this. I said it around middle of the year. I said San Francisco is the most complete team in the NFL.
But do you believe in Brock Purdy?
Let me stop. Hold on.
I know it's any give you Sunday,
Hold on.
but do you believe in Brock Purdy?
Hold on. Let me
Mr. Irrelevant.
Hold on. Let me go. Let me get through this real quick. You have teams built 2 different ways. You have one that is quarterback driven, where they drafted a quarterback and they built everything around him. And you got another organization that built up the team around, and they just plug in a quarterback. So
You think that's what Kyle
Now-
Shanahan did with San Francisco?
yeah, because it don't matter what quarterback. I think if you put Sam Darnold back there, he'll still show out.
I mean, it worked for Trey
You know what I'm saying?
Trey Lance.
It didn't work.
Well,
You're right. So, but
just can't say any.
he did it with Garoppolo. He did it. When you look at RG3 to Kirk Cousins, he's worked with a lot of different quarterbacks. So
Matt
that
Ryan.
Matt Ryan. So that system works.
And he was MVP.
That system works. Okay, but
But you
looking
know-
at it,
But you
top to
know what
bottom.
also worked? Mm-hmm. CMC. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
All right, that works. That
Big part of it.
oh that might be the chip
Corey
that
Moses,
gets,
what's going on?
that might be the chip that gets you over the hump. So, and when you have a quarterback led team like Kansas City is, much like New England, guess what is going to ultimately be the deciding factor where Tom Brady lost his 3 Super Bowls?
Defense.
Running game
Defense.
and pass rush.
Got to get some.
San Francisco has what?
Both.
Pass rush and a great rushing attack. So I got San Francisco winning. I got Brandon Ayuk, Super Bowl MVP. You heard it here first.
Wow, you went left on.
And Monday, you're going to start hearing they're on the verge of becoming San Francisco's going to be on the verge of becoming the only franchise with 3 different dynasties.
San Fran got to win it. You know,
They got to win it, but I said
Yeah.
that's what the Monday headline is going to be. This is my prediction.
Okay. They won in the 80s, 90s. Well, now it's 2024.
Right.
But at the same time, we also can see on Sunday, Swifty and the Chiefs won a Super Bowl.
I don't want to hear that shit. No,
I'm just saying.
I
Hey,
will.
she got an album dropping. Hold on. She got an album dropping in like a month or two.
If that
mean,
shit happens, man,
she'd have helped them people make over $300 million.
It's like it's got a bad scripted movie all over it, man. I'm trying.
I'm trying to tell you.
I'm kicking it. I'm trying to strictly put it on football, but it's like a bad Hollywood script,
I'm
man.
sorry. She been there all season.
But you know what? You talk about the bright lights with Purdy. I feel like he already had a practice run on Christmas Day when he got blew out by
Chiefs? Get the Lions?
when he got blew out by the Ravens. That was probably his worst game. That was Christmas Day. Only game on that Monday Night Football.
Only thing-
They was playing the Ravens. Ravens was peaking at the time.
Only thing is, the Raven defense is much better than KC.
No, it's
KC defense was they just stepped up at the right time.
No, who would you take purely passing? Brock Purdy or Lamar Jackson?
I'm going. I'm still going with Aston Jack. Shout out to the MVP.
No, I'm saying purely
Purdy
passing
passing?
from the pocket.
I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go with Brock Purdy. I hate to see it.
So
But then again, I seen Lamar Jackson light it up too.
yeah, right.
I seen, receiver drop pass. But I'm gonna go with Aston Jackson.
Now
I'm sticking with.
Now, Baltimore did get outside their body because they didn't run the ball like they did. It was plenty of times Jackson was supposed to take off a run, and he did.
And I don't think KC can stop the run.
No, that's what I said San Francisco. So that's why I got my prediction the way I got it. You know what I'm saying?
7 points or less, or 7 points or more.
High scoring. I got it. I got the over under from me. For me, 4.5.
Okay, I was more in the 7.5 range.
I'm going
But
4.5.
But man, guess who's the underdog?
San Francisco. No, KC.
KC.
Yeah.
That's what made me further know KC gonna go in there and handle business on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Because Patrick Mahomes may get MVP, but I won't be surprised if it's Travis Kelce, because I think he gonna feed him a lot this game.
And who's he dating?
Swifty.
Don't it sound like a script?
Swifty.
I'm just saying.
Hey, I'm just saying myself. But, before we go into, a goofy mob, I would like to say, please don't show this lady 1,000 times in the Super Bowl. She's not performing. Usher is performing, man. Usher Raymond is performing. Do not show Taylor Swift 99 times. Please.
We don't want to
Thank
see
you.
her.
You don't want to see her. We want to see Usher. Show us on the sideline or something. Not Swifty all the time. At least give him 50-50 or something. So
You don't have to stay. It's okay, girl.
Cause I'ma be alright tonight.
You know what I'm saying?
So,
And he got residency in Vegas too.
which further let me know, Usher, go out there and kill it, brother.
Man.
Go out there and kill it.
I'm watching the halftime show.
Oh
This shit.
yeah, I'm
I
watching
ain't missing a
all
beat.
of it. You know, Usher gonna be out there doing all the old moves, the Michael Jackson moves.
Yeah. So before we go, so like you said before, we also got to talk about the next biggest news in the NFL next to the Super Bowl. It even took away from the players' media day, which is shocking. The Justin Fields versus Caleb Williams debate on what the Bears should do. Now you know me and you are on the same side. We know quite a few people that like to go the other
Carl
way.
Davis, Benjamin Riley,
Yeah.
and you other fools.
Your thoughts, man, of like where you would go, and then Cliff Kingsbury is the new OC at Washington now, so
I
they
do.
just might make that. It might be another opportunity where you have an automatic trade partner now.
Now, this is where I'm going with it. Because I watched Keyshawn talk about it. I watched a few other analysts talk about it. I watched, you name it, Olin Kreutz. Everybody, most of the people are Justin Fields. They team Justin Fields, staying with Chicago. They want, and I won't say they, I'll say I want the Bears to draft down because we know who need quarterbacks. Patriots and
Commanders.
Watch. Now, whatever you can get out of them,
The Raiders
get
need a
it.
quarterback,
Raiders as well.
but we ain't going that far.
But we not trying to go past 3. What you do?
Tennessee needs a quarterback. We ain't going down
We
that
not
far.
exactly. So you want to stay with
Minnesota needs a quarterback. We ain't going down
No,
that far.
Kirk Cousins. I hear free agent this year, right?
Yeah.
You like that? No, they finna get rid of you. So get your ass out of here. But if I had to be a GM, I'm gonna put my GM hat on. I'm
Atlanta
gonna
needs a
roll with
quarterback.
Justin Fields. I'm gonna drop down to maybe 2 or 3. Try to get draft picks that I can get from one of those teams, and I'm gonna draft Marvin Harrison Jr., which right now is probably the best, if not the best player coming out of football, out of college football right now. Then you got the nice pot, which you can work with, offensive lineman, edge rusher. You don't have to get a safety that high, because if you're trading for draft picks, you're trying to get your number 2 spot and a number 1, or you're trying to get a number 1 spot this year and number 1 spot for next 2025. Like so many things going through Poe's head right now. It's ridiculous. I know it's hard being him in this position as a Chicago Bears GM because they never drafted a quarterback that became a longevity quarterback.
No, they never developed one.
Never. And they never developed one. Justin Fields, I think we got him. I think he's that guy. I think he got room to improve. We seen what he did in college. We see what he went through his first 2 years. Give this kid a chance. That's
Right.
my thought on it.
So-
What's your thought on it?
I agree with you. With the Kingsbury move is going to line everything up with what the Bears want to do. So
So you basically saying how bad do Washington want Caleb Williams? That's basically what you're saying.
yes. Now,
Now, if you're a GM, what you gonna do?
first of all, I'm going to feel first of all, as a GM, I already did the most important part. I got rid of Lou Getsy's ass. That's
And
number
guess
one.
where he went? To the Raiders. Y'all can have it.
Devontae
son.
Adams had a
Yeah.
lot to do with that. But anyway, now the second part is I need to identify my roster at every position where I need to improve of legitimately, including quarterback. You got people around the league saying, other players and coaches, build around this kid, Justin Fields. Okay? And I posed this question too before I even go on. And they said, I think one of the GM, it was either Damian Woody or Jeff Saturday that said this. The only reason you're getting the press that you're getting right now is because they have the number 1 pick
Of
via
course.
trade. Via trade now.
It's right.
Okay, that's the only reason. So my question is, let's go down the list of other teams. If they had the number 1 pick, considering if they had the number 1 pick via trade,
Okay.
and their current quarterback status to date, what would they do? Let's run down this list real quick. Kansas City Chiefs.
Keeping them. They keep Mahomes.
But Caleb Williams is supposed to be the next Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, the generational guy?
The generational guy.
The guy that sat out in the bowl game?
But
The guy that couldn't win the Pac-12?
But they're saying that this is who they saying.
Hold on.
I'm using their own words against them.
And I don't even supposed to be telling you, hold on, because we supposed to be leaving that word in 2020, them words in 2023. Excuse me, sir.
Time
The
out.
2-7 against the top 25.
Time out.
Okay, time out.
Time
My
out.
bad.
Okay.
He's 2-7 in the top 25 against teams in the top 25, and he's a generational talent.
Okay.
Oh
All
yeah,
right.
well, I'm sorry. They get just
San-
listen to the card right now. My
Los
brain
Angeles,
talking about this.
Los
guy.
Angeles Chargers. If they had number one overall pick, you get Justin Herbert, you gonna make the trade?
Oh, of course not.
Buffalo Bills,
Josh Allen, of course not.
Cincinnati Bengals,
Joe Burrow, of course not. Not Money Joe.
Arizona Cardinals,
Caleb Williams. Cal Murray. He's tied in. No.
Miami.
Tua. He just threw to Tariq Cohen for 1,700 yards.
I mean, Tariq.
Tyreek Hill. He
Okay.
just got 1,700 yards from Tua. Why would I trade him?
The Detroit Lions.
Golf just came from one of the biggest runs since his Super Bowl run, and they lost. Why would I trade him?
Baltimore Ravens.
MVP? Axon Jackson? Man, watch out, man. Man, you got to watch out.
The Cleveland Browns.
We got to see what Watson do. No, I wouldn't even do that with Watson.
You wouldn't even do it with Watson. Okay.
Wouldn't even do it with Watson.
The Houston Texans.
CJ Stroud? Did you not just see what that kid did? Man, you tripping.
The Indianapolis Colts.
Yes. Even though it's hard to say that because Richardson just got hurt. So I feel you trying to catch. So I can't say that right now. I don't know what he can do because he don't have enough film NFL wise.
The Atlanta Falcons.
Oh, he got to go, Buddy. I forgot Buddy name. Buddy Love, you got to go.
I got one. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Probably not. Baker Mayfield just led.
Baker Mayfield. So you would keep Baker Mayfield over Caleb Williams?
At this point in time, I would because he just won a division coming from another team that almost went to the playoff because their quarterback got hurt and Joe Flacco stepped in and won multiple games so they can be in a better position to make the playoff. And guess what? They missed because they played in the toughest division in football.
I got another question for you. The New York Jets.
Man, Buddy got to go.
Which one?
Buddy?
Who's Buddy?
Both of them. One old and one can't play.
Okay. So you would, but
Bye-bye.
okay.
Tom Brady ran through your division. He ran through the NFC North, won a championship on your field, going through you. Aaron Rodgers, you lost all that credibility for me, buddy.
Tennessee Titans.
Oh, yeah. They definitely got to get rid of Tannehill. He's dookie.
The Carolina Panthers.
No, they just drafted. Why would I do that?
The Denver Broncos.
Yeah, they going to need a quarterback.
Okay.
You trying, but it ain't working for you
The
right
Dallas Cowboys.
now. Dak Prescott.
He was in the MVP
He was in the MVP conversation. Would I go past Dak Prescott? Would I trade for him?
No. If you had the number one overall pick and you got that Prescott,
But
would you be trying to trade that Prescott and draft Caleb Williams, or would you trade that pick and keep Dak Prescott?
woo, probably not.
You won't. Okay.
Dak is proven. Now, if I can draft him and bring Caleb behind him, different conversation. But to trade for him, I wouldn't take that chance. You know where he needs to go? To the Commanders. To the Commanders. To the Commanders. To the Commanders. That's where he needs to go. Since he's generational talent, they can draft him and build around him and give him some of them draft.
And I got the last team. The Los Angeles Rams.
No.
So
I wouldn't trade.
Understand.
Man, Stafford did just play against the Lions in the playoffs. You know that, right?
So hold on. That's one thing. If we took the other teams who had the number one overall pick, over half of them you would keep your current quarterbacks.
Easily.
Okay.
You talking about top 10, top 15 guys.
How many of those quarterbacks would you take that you would keep? Would you take over Justin Fields?
Whoo, you really trying my patience today, talking about boy JF1.
No, I'm applying logic because we got guys like Carl Davis and them and
I see
Ben
where you
Riley.
going.
You know what I'm saying?
Who I would keep on?
Bro, hold on. Here's another thing. One more team. I almost forgot now. Because I
Eagles.
almost forgot. No. Oh, yeah, two more teams.
Okay,
You got the Philadelphia Eagles,
I know.
the San Francisco 49ers.
In a heartbeat.
Okay.
Purdy, get your manager. You can go manage Kiko's all that.
So the question is, how many of those quarterbacks that you said you would keep instead of drafting Caleb Williams, how many of those quarterbacks are better than Justin Fields?
Let's see. At the moment,
I can
Josh
name
Allen.
about 6.
I'm gonna get to it. Josh Allen,
Okay.
Lamar Jackson. At the present moment, I'm gonna just give it to Dak. He's up there. When you're in the MVP conversation, ain't really nothing to talk about.
But you know, we said Dak needed a running game.
I told you that. I told
Yeah,
you
you said
when,
years
what
ago.
did I tell you when Zeke left? I told
We want to see what he
Didi,
made
did
of.
I not tell you? Y'all was gonna struggle. You gonna need Zeke down the stretch because Paul is not built to carry a load like that. He was the speedster, and Zeke was the down back that's gonna get you no extra 3-4 yards. But we got who I got? We got Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Dak Prescott. We got Patrick Mahomes. We got I still would take Stafford at his age.
Okay.
I would take Goff. I would take now Baker Mayfield. No, I think Justin is better than, or he's on his way up to be better than Baker Mayfield. And then we have who was the other one you said? From Philly, Hurts.
Yeah.
Him and Hurts is pretty much mirror image of each other.
Okay, so would you consider Hurts a top 10 quarterback?
Uh,
Top 10?
No,
Top half?
I give him. You know what? I take that back. He probably on the 9-10 on that borderline.
And that's where you would say Justin Fields is more like Hurts, right?
Yeah. So Fields would be on the outside looking. in.
So, and Jalen Hurts has a lot more weapons than Justin Fields does, right? Justin Fields what's the percentage of weapons you think Justin Fields have now compared to Jalen Hurts?
Ooh, Hurts is like 80. Justin's at 20.
So you say Justin Fields is Jalen Hurts with 20% of the weapons than Jalen Hurts has
I agree.
now.
I think he's on the way up
so
to where he can probably be a more Lamar Jackson.
Here's how I
he is
just
bigger and stronger.
Hold on. Here's how I just broke this thing down logically.
Okay.
Okay, you get this man some help. He's a top 10 quarterback. It's how I just set the whole argument up. How I just broke everything down. Why I would actually trade down with Washington, get Marvin Harrison Jr.
Who would you get at 9?
Hold on. And I have acquired some more picks. At number 9, now this is what's going to get tricky. Twofold. If Brock Bowers isn't there, I'm trading down some more. Give me some more picks for the future.
So you trading picks? You trading down picks for 2024 and 2025?
No. At number 9, because they got 2 top 10 picks.
Right.
I would trade from number 1 and number 2 if Washington wants Caleb Williams.
That bad.
And I would get Marvin Harrison Jr.
Okay.
Okay. I'll come back around at number 9. You're going to have quarterbacks like possibly Drake May, Jaden Daniels. Right now, they're saying Michael Penix is creeping back up into the first round. And J.J. McCarthy is getting some first-round consideration. And they're making a big push for Bo Nix, but he's not going to go in that top 10.
Okay.
So you're going to have a quarterback-needy team that's going to trade up at number 9 to get their quarterback. So I would entertain a lot of trades at number 9 to trade down.
But who would you take with that pick, that second pick in the first round? That's the question.
Like I said, if Brock Bowers isn't there, I'm trading down.
And is that the tight end?
From Georgia, yes.
That kid's a monster.
Yes.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
So think
He's
about
a
it.
monster.
So think about it. In the span of making at least one trade, I add 2 more weapons. Yeah, because
But you know, Commit just got signed.
Right.
So, but you still had this guy on a rookie contract if you was to draft him.
But when you have two
and you have double threat.
when you have 2 tight ends, Now you have to make up the decision if you're going to put an extra defensive back or linebacker on the field.
So they do
And
need
so
the air rush.
if you put a linebacker on them, that's a mismatch in the passing game. And it takes one guy more outside the box because you've got a lot of flex tight ends now. So it opens it up for the running game. Okay? If you add a DB out there, now I
He's
don't
too
have
small.
that many big bodies. Man, I can become a run heavy offense and still be effective.
Which I think in the later rounds, we got to attack a free safety. We got to attack getting the running back.
So I could trade. See, if I trade out from 9, say to like the 20s, I can get the safety from Miami as an Eddie Jackson replacement. I could possibly get another pass rusher. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what you do in free agency. If you go after like a Chris Jones or a Daniil Hunter
Okay.
to solidify
What
your.
about a center? Because I think we in dire need of
Well,
a
see-
center. Would you get a veteran center, or would you draft whoever the top available center in
if
the later
you're
rounds?
if you're going after Caleb, if you're going to draft Caleb Williams, get Connor Williams from Miami,
Okay.
a veteran center. Because to put a rookie center and a rookie QB together is that's not going to bode well.
But what about with Justin Fields if they keep?
Then I can go with a rookie center.
I don't know about that. I'd rather have a veteran center as well. Now, if I draft one, and he's coming behind him, the veteran, I'd rather that. Just kind of like what they do with quarterback.
I have an example for that.
Okay.
It's a center for Baltimore. We know how far they went, right?
Okay.
Named Tyler Linderbaum, came out of Arkansas.
Okay.
He was a rookie. How many years has Lamar Jackson been in the league?
6 years now.
About 5-6 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you can do some things. You can make it work that way.
Well, we'll see.
But I'm just saying, rookie quarterback, rookie center, bad fucking idea.
I still think we need to attack center position, free safety, and of course running back.
I say receiver. That's what I'm saying receiver
I
first
think
because
I think the receiver is heavy.
yeah,
No, I'm just talking about later rounds, not first round.
Marvin Harrison Jr. is a different dog, man.
No,
and the
if
reason
it's- if
you
it's
get
another one there
right,
later
if
round.
you get Marvin Harrison Jr., he's going to win Rookie of the Year.
He put him rookie of the year already.
I would.
Let him get here first.
Hold on. If he comes to a Bears team, you're going to bolster that lineup some more. You got a new offensive coordinator. Teams are going to shift and roll coverage towards DJ Moore. Marvin Harrison's going to have a lot of one-on-ones.
And I seen him off the line. The kid's a beast. I mean, it's in his genes, man.
Yeah.
Daddy's a Hall of Famer.
Exactly.
So
The only time will tell, man.
the only
So-
time would tell.
All right, so we got to get ready to wrap up the show, man. But before we do, we got to also tell you and reiterate for our YouTube listeners, man, you have to click, comment, like, and respond for this page, man. We had touched on a lot of topics. Next time we come up in here, we're going to have the full crew, and you're going to get a lot more interesting opinions on the podcast, you know.
Most definitely.
But right now, we got CL's Goofy Mug of the Week. So, CL,
Woo-wee.
who's the Goofy Mug of the Week, man?
Oh man. You know, gonna get goofy mug. Actually, gonna be two.
Two goofy ass
Gonna be
mugs?
two goofy mugs.
Two goofball ass mugs?
To the Grammys,
Ooh.
y'all get goofy mug. The things you do to shove it in our face every time, it's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that being said, shout out to Killer Mike. But the other goofy might go to the security guard that tried to lock the man up. Whoever the guy that tried to lock Killer Mike up on his best night of his musical career night, you get the goofy mug of the day, man. Like, come on, man. I mean, it probably was over something minor. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
He's big, loud, and he proud. The man just got a suite. So what was the misunderstanding? I don't know. But y'all walking him out of there. You know what he gonna be remembered as?
Right.
Getting locked up on Grammy night, not for winning 3 Grammys.
Wow.
And those are my goofy mugs of the day. But before I go, you know I gotta promote.
Go ahead. You
Come
got
on,
it.
man.
I see you got the paper out.
No. And this is, I'm gonna show the camera this. And I made a post earlier. Do you know when I wrote this? When do you think I wrote this?
2 years ago, at least.
2 years ago. 2 years ago, I wrote this list. Can I get up and show the people?
years ago.
Bag it up. Bag it up. About right there. Lower down a little bit.
Alright.
There you go.
This is 2 years ago. I don't know if you can zoom in on it, however you want to do it. Can you show me how to do this here?
Big ups to Damo.
Don't do in the clutch.
Damo's coming through in the clutch.
See this list. That's good enough. Alright,
Right there. Right there.
this right here. This list.
Screenshot it.
That's good enough for you?
Definitely bringing the whiteboard next time.
You see this? 2 years ago, these are black-owned apparel that I wear to this day. Most of them I shop with or I want to shop with. 90% of them are still open. They're still doing business. I congratulate you guys. I salute you. Happy Black History Month. Keep doing your thing.
We got to add one more to the list.
Oh, yeah. You know I got to. Because he on there.
Black Experience Studios is on the list as well.
Black History, but they do. They just got on the list.
Still black on.
Yo, shout out to my boy out there, AG Hoop Dream. Been doing this thing for a long time out here. If you ever watch Hoop Dream, this is his apparel.
Let's go, boy. Let's go.
You got a point. Shout out to Curfew. Got me right on the Westinghouse jacket. If you need a Westinghouse jacket, inbox him. Don't inbox me.
I need a tap jacket.
You need a tap jacket. He do all high schools. He don't care if you went to school in Antarctica. If you got a school in Antarctica and they need a varsity jacket, get up my man Curfew. Shout out to Westinghouse Warriors. You know they lost. They lost in the Elite Eight, but they playing in the state championship. I mean, not state championship, but they playing in the state playoff.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all get prepared. Shout out to my man Rafi, my boy Brian. Get the troops ready, man. DJ Bolden, you're a bad boy. You're a bad boy, man. I seen you up close in person. Give people for it. You're a dog. Also, I had Junkie, which is on this list. Support him. I'm wearing nothing but black-owned apparel for the whole month. I got a lot of hoodies. I got a lot of gear.
It is Black History Month.
Hopefully, you guys can do the same. Support your own. Start running to the people that don't want your money. But they'll take your money. And I'm out.
Black Wall Street 2.0 on Black History Month. Here it. Let's talk about it, Shy.
Let's talk about it, Shy.
Yeah.
Shout
Hey,
out. Oh, we got to give shout
we
out
got-
to E Young.
Yeah, we got
Eric
Eon,
Young Anthem is
Ooch.
his new name now. He dropped the song CL Flowers and also Story of Eddie B.
Oh, and don't
That's
forget
why I call him
and
Eric Young
and the birthday video.
And the birthday video, man. Eric Young do this every year for his birthday. So he dropped a trilogy far as the music. Shout out to my boy Eric Young Anthem. Shout out to Lack. You know, Lack couldn't get here to Tim Young.
Be gone.
Mr. Northwestern. Mr. Disappearing Act Lack. When you
Lack-
see him 1 minute, next minute he in Canada.
Lack
That's
in-
our dog.
Lack is in Okasnosha, Soviet Union right now.
He might be at the NFL draft, and that's not till April.
No. Lack is at fucking Reliant Allegiant Stadium right now. We coming from Vegas. He going to Vegas.
Now
bro.
I'm trying to tell
Here's
you.
the thing about Lack, man. You ever seen that? You ever seen Star Trek? Hey, Dumbo, you ever seen the original Star Trek where they get ready to teleport? They just disappear?
That's Lack.
That's Lack. He like, yeah, all that. He just vanishes. It's like he here. The next thing you know, you see the Thanos ashes.
And he
you know what
don't
I'm saying?
say
He
nothing.
gone.
He don't say nothing. He pop up on social media. Yeah, I'm outside. He on his lives, Instagram, Facebook, acting a fool.
Yeah, like-
so shout out to the guys, they couldn't make it.
Yeah.
So we gonna keep this thing rolling. We gonna see y'all on the other side of the pillow.
Yeah, we gonna
Hit it with the rest of
Yeah, man. Hey, yo, you know what I'm saying? We got to give a big shout out to the affiliation studios that we're working with right now,
Black
man. We're gonna.
Experience.
You think we're gonna do more shows up here?
I would love to.
Man, we got the
No,
setup.
we
for it.
welcome back.
We're definitely welcome back.
she
We're gonna
said-
bring more guests up here. You see, we got them looking more homely now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know,
We told y'all 2024 we wanted to come with a new look.
and we're coming
And
with
we
it.
found it. Well, guess what? A black-owned studio.
Exactly.
If you're looking for a studio to do your podcasting, you doing to shoot videos. You want not videos. I'm not assuming that you're doing videos yet. Not yet.
Not
But
yet.
they setting up. They still a work in progress on the bigger scale in the back part where they gonna have it set. What she just explained to me.
And,
Get out here.
and to all the chicks that's over 40 looking to take more pictures, they do that too.
Nah, y'all not. Hey, Chatima say they not Cougars. I say, what are y'all, Jaguars? What's but can you give us the address one time?
737 Hastings Drive in
Pull up.
Buffalo Grove, Illinois.
Buffalo Grove. It's a ride.
Yeah,
but it's worth it.
we did a ride, but this is more than worth it. Hey, big ups to Damo. Big ups to Eric. He's another one of the owners here as well. You
Shout
know.
out to Eric.
It's a third one. Face. Oh,
Finks.
Figs.
Shout out to Finks.
Finks. Another one.
Fing. Shout out to Fing. We got it all
Oh,
wrong.
okay. All right,
the
Fig.
Oh, you should never told me that. Now his new name is Fig Noodle.
Man, it's Fig.
Fig Noodle. Now shout out to Fig.
Shout out to Fig, man. Hey, we gonna be working with these people a whole lot longer, man. Hopefully we got a nice thing. And you see the affiliations, what we might get picked up on if we keep it up.
Hey.
So the
we ready.
whiteboard is gonna be instrumental.
With a trap, we're gonna have a tripod right here with the whiteboard.
Nah, this motherfucker's gonna take up all this. That's what I'm looking for right
you gotta
now.
get a new whiteboard now. You gotta get a
You
2024
think I
whiteboard.
won't? You think I won't?
I will see.
They gonna see this.
All right, till then.
I'm gonna have the Magnum letters and everything on here. So.
I can't. Oh, you coming with it.
But hey, with that being said, we appreciate you guys for tuning in, man. Check us out. We're finna be on YouTube from here on out. We're gonna do we're gonna probably get away from the Facebook Live and stuff. We might pregame on there. But other than that, we're gonna catch you guys the next time. Peace.
Shout out to everybody. Let's talk about a shot. One life, one love, baby. Out West CL.